The echo down the passage made it hard to figure out what direction the stream was coming from. The kids raced back the way they had come and nearly collided with Jasmine, a little girl they had met in the garden earlier in the evening. She was trailing her hand, looking disoriented and crying hard. "Jasmine, are you hurt? What's wrong?" asked Bindi. Jasmine howled. "She didn't like my flower. She didn't like my flower." "Who didn't like your flower?" asked Robert. The big lizard didn't like my flower. I tried to give it to her and she bit me." She showed the sibling her hand. There was a puncture mark, blood, and a definite swelling between her thumb and her first finger. "Ooh, but that hurt," Robert said. Jasmine responded by howling even louder. Penny threw her brother a disapproving look. "Jasmine, where is your mom? We need to get your bite looked at by an adult." Jasmine looked up fearfully. "Mother's away and Auntie Cynthia's looking after me, but don't tell her." "Why not?" asked Bindi. "Because she told me to stay away from the magenta garden. That's an extra special part of the garden, and she said I wasn't allowed to go in there, but I'd been near there earlier, and I saw the big lizard through the hedge. She looked lonely, and I thought she would like a flower like yours." She pointed to the hibiscus Bindi still had behind her ears. "Jasmine needs to see a doctor right now," said Bindi to Robert. She had a feeling this was not a normal garden lizard. From the hall came the sound of applause. Mrs. Yu must have finally finished her speech. Jasmine sobbed. "I feel sore and dizzy, and my head hurts. But don't tell Auntie Cynthia. Don't tell her." Bindi grabbed hold of the little girl as she sank to the ground in a faint. She hoisted her into her arms and ran towards the hall entrance with Robert right behind her. Carl the butler appeared in the doorway. "Little Jasmine, what happened to her?" he said, looking alarmed. "Please, you need to call an ambulance. I think Jasmine has been bitten by a Komodo dragon, and their saliva is poisonous. She needs to be given strong antibiotics immediately." The butler looked dumbfounded. "A Komodo dragon? Where? That can't be." Robert nodded, having come to the same conclusion. "If we are right, Jasmine may die unless we call an ambulance right now." Carl wasted no time. He grabbed the unconscious little girl and ran with her towards a nearby study, where he called an ambulance. The kids were left alone in the large corridor for a moment. "He'll make sure she gets help," Windy said. Robert cast a quick look back in the direction of the banquet hall and then glanced towards the front door. "Are you thinking what I'm thinking?" he asked, grabbing a flashlight from his pocket. Bindi grinned. "Let's go lizard hunting."